This video is going to show you how to submit a candidate directly to a job. You may be used to working a tear sheet and submitting candidates to a job from there. Sometimes you'll come across a candidate or you'll add a new candidate to the system and you'll want to directly submit that candidate to a job that you're working on without going through the tear sheet process. That's what I'm going to show you how to do. So the first thing we need is a candidate. In this case, I have one in mind. His name is Mark Cuban. So I'm going to go to the quick find up here. And there's Mark. We'll open Mark's candidate profile. You can see his information here. One thing you'll notice up here in what this area we call the radials, Mark has not been submitted to a job. Otherwise, you would actually see this actually colored in and there would be a number there. So what we need to do is get Mark submitted to a job that we're working on. Right now we're working on job number 476 in this training. So let's go ahead and submit Mark there. The first way we would do that is to go up to the Select an Action dropdown. And you see Add Submission. Click on that and it'll open the Add Submission window. You should see your name up here if you're logged into your account. Then it asks what jobs we want to submit Mark to. So let's put in job 476, Project Architect at HK Architecture. That's the one. You'll notice the candidate name right here. And then you can choose submission status. If we were dealing with a tear sheet, they would probably be in tear sheet status to begin with. But because we're submitting them directly, we want to choose submitted. That lets us know that they're in the job and they haven't yet been worked. The rest of the information on here you do not need to necessarily fill out. You can use the email notification or distribution lists if you want to make sure that somebody gets an email and knows that this candidate has been submitted to a certain job, but it's not required. At that point, you go ahead and click Save. And that will submit Mark to the job. Let's refresh Mark's profile. You'll notice the radial that we talked about earlier is now filled in, colored green. It's got a check mark. Once he's submitted to more than one job, you'll see that become a number. Let's click on Submission. When you click on the submission radial, it shows you what jobs a candidate has been submitted to already. If we want to see the candidate in the job itself, let's click on the job, Project Architect for HK Architecture. And then we click on Submissions. And you'll see the list of candidates that have been submitted to the job. You see Mark is here on the list now with all the other candidates that have been submitted. And now you can successfully submit a candidate directly to a job. See you in the next video.